Oh, hello everybody, and welcome back. You are watching the Harnkegger Game 6 on twitch.tv/LOTRO stream. Please give us a follow. We're going to be live 2-ish to 4:30-ish, Monday through Sunday. Well, through Sunday here. With the events, we're just getting ready to start event number 2 on the show. This is going to be the fire jump, and I will actually have a little more info about that in just a second. The fire run, as it were, actually. We are in Thorin's Hall. We are ready to get started on this event in just a sec. We bring you down to the action. This is the pit that they're going to be jumping over for time. Remember, time is the key on this one.
Ho, ho!
Currently working to register, so it's going to be just a few minutes before we actually get started in this event, and we'll have time to talk a little bit about the rules and all that so you can see how it goes. I may kill that hammer sound just for people's sanity. There we go. Alright, let me call up the page here and we will go over the rules before we get started. So the fire run jump uses the red-hot coal strip of Thorin's Hall forges. To do it, contestants must run barefoot over the entire length of the coal strip, only allowed to jump in and out of the coal strip, and jump over the strip bridges. The fastest run wins. Once registered, each competitor gets 2 attempts. They must jump when jumping onto the coal strip, jumping over the bridges, and to jump out. At no other time in the race is jumping allowed. Competitors that leave the coal strip during the run will be disqualified. They must run a fair race, no buffs, no mounts, no shoes. Competitors not allowed to be anonymous, that's so that they can be inspected. Competitors allowed to take a run up toward the coal strip before making their first jump. In case the competitor's feet touch the coal strip during the run-up, their run is declared false. Disqualified. If they make a false run, they're not allowed an additional attempt. Time measured from the moment the feet touch the coal strip to the moment the feet of the competitor have jumped out. So there is some strategy involved. You want to get as good a jump as you can to start with to try to shave off a little bit of a second there if you can. When a competitor jumps out of the fire run strip at the end, they're not allowed to land in the coals. 2 officials measure the time of the competitor done with the stopwatch at the end of the run. They will publicly announce the official time. Competitors line up near the start, depart when the start official gives the go. When given go, they must leave within 10 seconds. This basically allows them time to not go at an immediate thing. And then after the first round, the 3 fastest will be announced, after which the second round commences. An official will display a valid run prior to the first round starting. Gold medal, 100 gold coins, 500 LOTRO points, sturdy steel key, silver 25, bronze 10, and again, gold will give 3 points to the nation, silver 2, and bronze 1. And then that's the end of it here. You can see that they have to jump in as far as they can. And when their feet hit the coals is when the timer starts. They have to jump the bridges and jump out. And when their feet land, that's when they stop the clock. Hobbits when they don't have shoes. Let me move my character just slightly. If I can find myself. Where am I? Where did I go? How did I get all the way over there? Alright. Let me get the audio basically centered. They're currently working on the registration. There is a limit of only 20, and as you can see, it looks like we have more people than 20 here to take part in the event. So, first 20 who sent a tell saying yes to the organizer got in. So let me take another look at these coals. So basically, they're going to start over here. Yep, they start basically at this tower. They can do a run, jump in if they want to. It starts when they hit the ground. They have to jump the bridge. They have to jump this bridge. They have to jump this bridge. And then they jump out. When their feet hit the ground, the time is there. If they run outside at any point on any of these sides, they're disqualified. If their feet touch the lava before they jump, the run is considered invalid. Well, let's see how it goes. Each challenger gets 2 attempts. Alright, I'm going to kill the camera here for a sec. Have fun, everyone. I'll be back in a little bit.
Gucci Gucci Coo. Gucci Gucci Coo. Ho ho!
Alright, we are getting ready to start here. I'll do my best to call this. It is not the least damage, it's the fastest time. The rules are, basically you have to do a jump. Your feet cannot touch the lava at the start or you're disqualified. You jump in. The timer starts via stopwatch by the organizers. As soon as your feet hit the lava, you have to jump over the 3 sections of bridge and then jump out at the end. If you get out of the lava at any point, you lose your run. The timer stops when your feet hit the ground on the other side. See how our first runner does. Each person's going to get 2 attempts, so I have a feeling we're going to see some people use their first run as a bit of a practice run. So our very first runner did alright. And that is how it's done. I'm going to see if I can get a time. The time might be on the other end, so I might need to put my character over on the other side to pick up that timing. We'll see. I'm not seeing... Well, maybe it's that dwarf. I'm not seeing any of the dwarves call out the time. Let me see if I can figure that out. Where did I go? There I am. Not seeing the times get announced. There we go. Alright, looks like Candrel is the one doing the timing there, so now we should be able to get that. Chemthol, okay, I'm just going to have to keep the chat going. Ran an invalid run, landed on one or more of the bridges. There we go. This one not totally stalkering. There we go. Good enough. Looks like it's going into general chat. Janetta's up now. The Aylford Band. Looks to have been a pretty good run there. A valid run, 9 seconds and 18 hundredths of a second. Yes, this is not good for the toe hair, that's for sure. Yep. Alright. Oops. Evarth, 9 and 10 hundredths. So, if I just slightly faster than the previous runner. Nine seconds and 1 hundredths. So I believe that that is our current winner. That would be Gwailville. Who? Witherstock Bard. Looking at chat. Valid run, 9 seconds and 6/100ths. So currently second, I believe. Oh, 8:22 is the winner. Rongar is the current winner with 8 seconds and 22/100ths. Great, thank you very much. Eight seconds, 60/100ths is Crud, so that should be number 2. Oh, no, number 3, because we had a Pantalona's winning of 8.55. So it looks like that would be then Crud, Pantalona, and Rongar. Thorslin, our winner in the cross-country race. Eight seconds and 61/100ths. So currently not in the top 3. Keep in mind everyone does get a second shot at this as well. Invalid run. Landed on one or more of the bridges. Let's see how a top-down angle looks on this thing. See if that looks cool. Maybe we can get a better sense of whether they've done a valid or invalid run that way. Yeah, that seems to work. Bolston there. Eight seconds, 38/100ths, 8.38. Again, for Andreas is saying 8.22 is Rongar with the current winner. Pantalona, 8.55, so then I would guess that that would be Bolston at number 2 right now. Invalid run from Yzmirid. You should be able to read the chat now that I turned off my camera here in the lower left. We did just have an invalid run there as well. Edwill, unfortunately, landed on one of the bridges. We'll do Al J. Bookworm. I will continue to read things off. Maybe I should do my golfing voice. He's getting up to do the run. Oh, I see a disqualification there for hitting one of the bridges. You must clear them. Yep, and Dowluri unfortunately hit that first bridge. Next up here is Allegretta with the Elford. Oh, I see another invalid run there. That first bridge seems to be the trouble spot. Unless it's just a camera. Yep, nope, invalid run for hitting that first one, unfortunately. I think I'm gonna kill that pipe sound if that's alright. Getting a little... Oops. Wrong button. There we go. Turn up the ambient sound a bit. Oh, Braylinia. Fortunately, totally hit that first one. And knows it. Eldorisa is up next. I really do feel like a golf guy. We have got Eldorisa up next. Looks like Eldorisa from the 7 Gates of Gondolin. Do the run with a roll around emote. I like it. That's a good one. Eldorisia is not registered to run, so next competitor is Eltherial. They could only take the first 20. They did have a limit of 20, and that's to keep the games moving along here. Each person gets 2 runs, and they had the first 20 to send a tell. Get registered. Ooh, that's a close one. Eltherial, I think that's a valid run. Guess we'll see what the judges say. Yep, valid run, 8 seconds, 8.74. 8.74 seconds. Ingbjorg, who took, if I recall, 3rd place in the cross-country run, is up next. From the Kin Mystic Circle. See if I can bring it over just enough to catch the kinship names. Oh, this is the end of round 1, so we have one more round to go before we declare a winner there. The standings so far are, and this comes directly from the organizers here. In third place with a time of 8.55 is Pantalona. So in third place we have Pantalona with 8.55. In second place with a time of 8.38 is Bolston at 8.38. And everyone is going to get one more shot at doing this. And then in third place is the person who, for a long time, had in the first round actually had the best score. And that would be Rongar with a time of 8.22. So first place, the time to beat is 8.22, which came from Rongar. Second place, Bolston with 8.38, and third place is Pantalona with 8.55. So, what, less than 31 hundredths of a second? 3/10 of a second, if I can do my math correct. Separate the three winners there. So those clock watchers have got a thing. We're going to be doing one more round of this, round 2, and then the best of that will win today's event. This is the second of 2 events happening in day 2 of the Harnkegger games. Tomorrow, day 3, is the Brandywine long swim, starts at the Brandywine Bridge. And then also, tomorrow is the fishing competition. That's at the Isle Pond near Bamfurlong and the Marish in the Shire. There is a maximum number of competitors for the fishing competition, no limit on the long swim. So if you want to represent your nation, you can go ahead and do that and show up for the Brandywine long swim. That starts at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Laurelin at the Brandywine Bridge. We're probably going to start a little bit late on Wednesday just because it doesn't start until 3. We may actually go about 2 o'clock or so. Well, normally we start at 2. We probably will start around 2:15, 2:20. We'll have some fun here before the event as well and kind of talk about things. You are watching the Harnkegger Game 6 on twitch.tv/LOTRO stream. If you're just joining us and you're kind of wondering what's going on, this is a player-run event taking place in the Laurelin server of Lord of the Rings Online. And it's running through Sunday. We're going to be carrying the whole shebang here on Twitch. The archives go up on YouTube and Twitch as well, so if you can't watch the whole thing live, you can watch it afterwards. And the voice here, I'm Cordovan. I'm the community manager at Lord of the Rings Online, and I appreciate you being here. Pantalona, doing the run. Our current third place standee. Invalid run. So the third place standing of 8.55 is going to be the one that they Pantalona takes to the final here. Looks like Elendil is next from the kinship Vanamar. 。 . 。 . 。 . . . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . 。 . . . . . . 。 . That's going to be a close one. I'll leave it up to the judges to see if that's valid or not. Looks like we may have touched on the second bridge, but I'm not sure. Nope, valid run, 8.8. Maybe it'll be easier if I drop down a little bit more in the camera. Ooh, I think up next here is our current first place winner with 8.22. That would be Rongar. Yep. That's an interesting thing. I wonder if that happened last time. Jumping off the... Yep, one of the more of the bridges. Invalid run, so Rongar's first place of 8.22 is currently the lead, and that's the one that Rongar's going to have to keep. Chemthol, Song Warrior from Durance Folk is up next. UAV OVA basically says, you know, are we aware of the Russian LOTRO client? We are. There are contractual and other reasons why it's not a part of Standing Stone Games. Up the music volume a bit, I have a request. Let me do that. Well, I do have the music. I just need to get over by a music person. So let me actually see if I can do that. Oops. Where the heck am I? Where am I? Oh, there I am. Janetta's next. From Janetta Aylford, from what looks like the Aylford Band. Janetta unfortunately had an invalid run, hit one of the bridges. Must be a little trickier than you think. I'll have to give this a shot myself at some point, see what it's like. Too. It's a little hard to tell. Those judges have got their work cut out for them. But they do have, if you notice, folks basically on each bridge to do that testing in a way I maybe can't see from this camera. Ivrarth did indeed have an invalid run there. Let's see if I can bring it down even more. Looks like a valid run to me. Nope. It's a little harder to target these peeps. There we go. Looks like who's up next? From Finaro Noseo? It's like playing Excite Bike, Druid's Fire says in chat. Nice. looked valid to me. Yep, 9.31, so not enough to get the standings changed, but certainly not a terrible run. I think Grud is up next here. Hope we see a pipeweed scandal affecting the proceedings. I think they'd probably be okay with it. Valid run, 8.77 there. I believe Thorslin is up next. That looked to be a pretty good run. Yeah, 8.68. Again, not enough to get it, break that top 3 in the standings, but certainly probably one of the best runs we've had so far in round 2. You know, I think I kind of gotta bring the camera up a bit so I can target the peeps a little better. Fidget is next. Invalid run. Due to running out rather than jumping out. Bolston. Currently our second place person, taking their second of 2 runs. .78. So we have yet to crack the top 3 from the first run. Izmird is next. Warning people not to put fire effects down in the land because there are a little bit of lag problems happening here. That's what happens to get this many people in one place, unfortunately. Invalid run, unfortunately. Edwell, 2 of 2. I think we're getting pretty close to the end of the second run here. We got just a couple more peeps to see if anyone can crack that top 3. Otherwise, I believe the top 3 is going to stay. Yep, Edwell got 8.93, so certainly an improvement over the last run, but still not enough to crack the top 3. invalid run to me. Yep, 8.35, so I believe we actually have now cracked a new second place winner, because Bolston had second at 8.38, so at 8.35. I believe that still puts Rongar at number 1, and now Dalori at number 2. I believe, unless I'm mistaken, that Bolston would then come in at number 3 with 8.38. Oh, there's going to be an invalid run, unfortunately. Yeah, it looks like we just got about 2 more peeps, so we'll see if Brelania here can crack the top 3. Invalid run, unfortunately. Too bad, Brelania. I believe our final competitor of this second and last event of day 2 is going to be Ethereal from the kinship of the family. Yep, Ethereal is our last runner here of the event. Actually, let me check. Actually, oh yeah, Ethereal is a valid competitor, so. Not quite sure what, go, there we go, okay. Looks like a valid run to me. Is it enough? Nope, invalid run, unfortunately. So that is going to put our standings pretty well set. We'll wait for the official word from the judges, of course. But I am going to say it looks like we probably have Rongar staying at first, Bolston in third, Dalori in second, at least according to my clocks. We'll see if I'm mistaken or if the judges have a different opinion on things. Just to show you kind of how it works. Go. And it looks like we are getting ready for the awards ceremony. Where the heck am I? I lost myself again. Oh, there I am. It's true, I had to decide whether or not to choose a roleplay appropriate name, but instead I went with Cordovan Camera because that's exactly what it is. That way I wanted to, just in case someone was aware, or wanted to be aware that, you know, there's a camera nearby. That's ultimately why I chose that name. It's not lore appropriate, but it is, you know, broadcast appropriate. Time to announce our medal winners. Alright. Yep. Thanks, Joey, mentioning I had my shoes on, right? That was an invalid run. Alright, winning the bronze medal and 10 gold coins is... Bolston with a time of 8.38 seconds. Bolston gets the third place trophy with 8.38 seconds. That gives 1 to the race of dwarves, the nation of dwarves, for the total overall standings here in the Harnkegger games. Nicely done. Bronze medal in the fire jump run. Winning the silver medal and 25 gold coins. With a very close between second and third. A time of 8.35, so 3/100ths of a second was the difference between second and third. Dow Laurie is our second place winner, the silver medalist here. Oops. Wrong button. I don't see a Dow Laurie around. I don't know where Dow Laurie went. Oh, here we go. That is Dow Laurie. Now, time for the first place. First place winner with a time of... Again, this one's actually set very first run, 8.22. Rongar is indeed our winner. Gold medalist. It looks like the dwarves are doing quite well for themselves in the ultimate standings. Just picked up 5 points for the nation of the dwarves here on this run alone. Quite the cool outfit as well. Gold medalist Rongar. Congratulations, Rongar. You know you can wear your shoes. So you can find the full standings and a lot more information about tomorrow's games on harnkeggergames.simplesite.com. Again, harnkeggergames.simplesite.com, and that'll give you all the information you need. Tomorrow is the Brandywine long swim along with the fishing competition. Begins at 3 p.m. Eastern. The broadcast should begin sometime around 2:30 p.m. tomorrow, right here on twitch.tv/LOTRO stream. Again, thanks everyone for joining me. I really appreciate it. I'm going to do a little bit of a music and a pan out here to call it a show. Thanks very much for watching. Really appreciate it. We'll be getting these archives out within the next couple hours here, both on Twitch and on YouTube. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. I will see you tomorrow. Have fun, everyone. Alright, one run. I'm now barefoot. Ready? Set. Go. Nope. Invalid. But I could also cheat. Let me show you how else I can do it. Alright, cool. Thanks, everyone. Have fun. See you soon.